Well, hello everyone. Good morning. It's Letitia with Barefoot Gardening. I hope that you're doing well. I am doing terrific. Y'all, I have had to get up real early this weekend because I had to teach class. But what I found out was like really the earlier you get up and get out in the garden, the better. I mean, it's a struggle sometimes to get up when you go so late at night or go to bed so late at night. But man, it's like everything is calm, everything except the mosquitoes, because they sure is out here. But I have harvested seeds this morning. This is the pak choi plant, and I've always harvested seeds from that. Let me show you what it looks like when it's time to harvest seeds, okay? And right there, see all those puffy things? And look at that sucker, just smiling me in my face. Squash bug. But yes, so I've harvested seeds from the pak choi plant, and I'm gonna show you what they look like right now. Okay, look at all of those seeds from two plants. And then I also harvested some dill this morning. I haven't taken it off the flower, the stem yet, but those are the dill seeds. Look at that. From one plant. So, and there's still more to come because these have not went brown yet. You just let them dry, okay? They'll turn brown and they're really easy to fall off. This is my Aunt German green tomato plant, and there's a bee hard at work this morning. Look at them. So I've harvested tomatoes off of this plant. They're not ripe yet fully, but I'm excited. I have some growing over here that look great. And I also have some that I harvested. Sorry, you all. Over here, the Roma tomatoes. And so I'm going to show you I'm going to harvest after I finish this video. Look at all those Roma tomatoes still on there. And those are my black cherry tomatoes still on there. I'm so excited. So I've harvested a little bit from every plant this morning. Not sure what this plant is, but I have took off some tomatoes. I might actually grab those too. I haven't made up my mind yet. Oh, I think those are those the stripy tomatoes? Oh, it might be because it's very stripy. You see that? So I don't know. But then I went over also and harvested a couple of asparagus beans off of here. I have a lot still coming on. The aphids are out, honey, and they're all over. You see that? Yeah, the ants are like hard at work farming them. And so, you know, that's cool, whatever. But my green beans are doing really well. I just wish I got more at one time because I'm blanching these and freezing them. And it's really annoying to blanch and freeze 3, asparagus beans at a time. So I try to wait a couple days, but, my calamundin is doing great. I just hope that it will, they will continue to grow the fruits. It's blooming again, which is interesting. I had to do more research on this plant because I'm not sure, but it's bloomed like 4 or 5 times this season, maybe more. That's my Meyer lemon. It's still alive. That's all I care about at this point. But let me show you the rest of the garden is doing well. I've harvested a lot of cucamelons this morning. The okra is on the other side of the shed, and I harvested there. So let me show you my harvest. And as you can probably tell, I'm starting to clean up the garden. So I've taken out all the marigolds, all the tomato plants that were in these containers. That's an eggplant. I don't think it's going to make it till harvest time. I don't know if I have enough time. That's a tiny Tim tomato right there, and it's growing, it's flowering, and I'm not sure if it should be flowering when it's that small. So my first time growing them. And then that's another eggplant. They look pretty pitiful. But other than that, everything is looking great. I did a little test. I just wanted to test the Swiss chard out. This is a plant that I planted in the spring, and it is still here, y'all. And other than bug damage, it looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks really good. That's the parsley that's been here since the spring. Okay, so it is actually done well because usually it dies out when it gets hot, but it's done well. And I think one of the things that has helped is the fact that this garden doesn't get full sun all day, like 6 to 8 hours. It probably gets around 6, but like right on the brink. So in partial shade, tomato plants, all the eggplants, they can grow and do well in partial shade. And matter of fact, I think partial shade is better than full sun because partial shade meaning almost 6 hours or maybe 7 hours, okay? Well, partial shade is less than 6 hours, but I'm saying I think the tomato plants and eggplants and things like that, the nightshade plants can do really well in partial shade, because most of the time people that have their plants in full sun end up shading them anyway, using some type of, you know, shade cloth or something like that. So I just feel like everything has worked out really well. Let me show y'all the Sugar Baby watermelon plant. It's flowering. Look at that. So I showed you all that. There's a watermelon. I have not seen that. Look at there. I have a watermelon on here, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh. I am just blown away by this plant. So for you all that don't know and are just now watching my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. But this Sugar Baby, I had one Sugar Baby on this plant, and it imploded from the inside out, rotted, okay? And so I left it on the vine, buried it in soil, and it's actually started to sprout more plants. Look at there. But this is the main plant, and it grew flowers, and now I have a little watermelon. I am so pumped up. I don't know if it'll make it to ripen, but it's there, and I'm so excited. Tons of flowers over here. So that's really cool. Let me show you my harvest, and then I'll let you all go this morning. There's the potatoes doing really well. My little seedlings for the fall are doing well. So here's my harvest for this morning. This is probably the biggest harvest I've ever had at one time in my garden. If I come out every day, then I'm harvesting something, but at one time, this is it. So these are Aunt German green tomatoes, these 3, and they started to blush, so I took them off because I don't want critters getting to them. And so I went ahead and decided to take them off. They look great, so I'm going to let them ripen up a little bit. Now, the thing about Aunt German green tomatoes, the flesh is green. The gel is green. It never turns red. That's the way the tomato is designed, and I think that's so cool. So talk about green tomatoes, fried green tomatoes. I'm not sure what this tomato is. I think it is the beefsteak tomato. I went ahead and took it off as well, just because it's starting to crack and show some cat facing. And so I wanted to go ahead and take that off. And then I have a couple of Roma tomatoes in here. This one is ripe. A green asparagus bean. These little tomatoes were just little slicer tomatoes. They don't get any bigger than that. It was a gift plant, so I'm not really sure what the variety is. These are the black cherry tomatoes that I have. I got some peppers in here, some sweet peppers, y'all. Look at there. And some cucamelons. Cucamelons are also known as Mexican sour gherkins. They taste like cucumbers and with a hint of lemon or lime. And these are my okra that I got off just today. I have 2 sandwich bag full of okra in my freezer. Okay, we're working on bag number 3. So, yep, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I love y'all. Bye.